This guy literally lives on a GTA 5 server and doesn't even know it. Meanwhile, real people are just playing a video game and see him as an NPC while he thinks it's real life. The story begins in Free City, where those wearing glasses are the heroes. One of them glides through the air, drops into a sports car, and drives away with a beautiful girl while being chased by the police, whom he is shooting at. Meanwhile, our protagonist, Guy, prepares to go to work. On his way, he buys the same coffee he's been drinking his whole life. He sees a pair of sneakers but can't afford them. Then he meets his buddy. No, really, that's his name. They talk about their perfect lives. Even amidst the chaos, they are smiling. While working at the bank, a gang wearing sunglasses declares a robbery. Despite the commotion, Guy and his buddy continue their conversation on the floor about Guy's dream girl, whom his buddy thinks doesn't exist, but Guy still has hope. Meanwhile, in a dark alley, a hooded figure meets up with Molotov Girl. He offers her a map that reveals the location of a hidden secret level. When he asks why she wants to know, she warns him that she shoots people who ask too many questions. As she walks away, she repeats the question, leading her to shoot him. Molotov Girl is singing a song while walking down the street. Guy passes by and comments that he likes the song, but she just ignores him. As she walks away, Guy realizes that she's his dream girl. His buddy had told him that she wears sunglasses so she wouldn't talk to him. Despite this, Guy follows her but gets hit by a train. In real life, Millie is saving her game and watching an ad for Free City 2. A barista comments that the whole world is obsessed with the game, but Millie says she's just collecting evidence to sue the game publisher. The next day, Guy wakes up and repeats his morning routine, but he wants a change. He orders a cappuccino instead of his regular coffee, and everyone starts staring at him. He quickly tells them he was just joking. He takes his coffee and leaves, but now the barista is wondering what the F is cappuccino. When Guy arrives at work, he's tired of his routine. Just then, the sunglasses gang bursts in to start another robbery. While lying on the floor, he spots Molotov Girl. His buddy reminds him that he can't talk to anyone wearing sunglasses, so he decides he needs to get a pair himself. He politely asks one of the robbers for glasses, but ends up getting beaten up. He tries again and accidentally shoots the robber, leaving the gun behind and taking the sunglasses. As soon as he puts them on, he sees signs of the virtual city. He notices a med kit that no one else can see. When he touches it, it heals his wounds. Another person wearing sunglasses falls from the sky, and virtual cash appears on their body. Guy collects the cash, and it is instantly transferred to his bank account. Meanwhile, in the office where the game is developed, a guy named Keys shows his friend Mouser how an NPC killed a regular player. They think Guy is a real player using an NPC skin, so Keys tries to ban him but is unsuccessful. The two then enter the game. Keys is using a police skin, while Mouser is in a bunny costume. Guy finally buys his favorite sneakers, which I could do if you just subscribed and watched all of my videos. He follows Molotov Girl's trail and reaches the multiplayer lounge. There, Keys and Mouser accuse Guy of hacking. Guy doesn't understand what they mean, so they tell him to get rid of his skin, which confuses him even more. They start shooting at him, and he escapes into a nearby building, but they continue to follow, shooting at him. His sneakers activate, indicating he has 3 more jumps remaining. Guy presses the button on his shoes and is thrown a few floors up. He jumps again but crashes into the ceiling. When Keys and Mouser arrive, Guy quickly jumps to the top of the building. Mouser customizes the game to reach him, forcing Guy to jump onto a wrecking ball, but he misses. Just before falling, his sunglasses activate a bubble to save him, but Keys and Mouser hit him with their car. In the real world, Keys says that even after killing Guy, the online player count didn't decrease. Mouser thinks it's just a glitch, but Keys wants to take it to CEO Antoine. Mouser is worried that Antoine will blame them for the glitch. Let's go back a couple of years. Keys and Millie created a game named Life Itself. Keys wrote the code, while Millie developed the AI engine for NPCs. In the present, Keys comes home to find Millie on the couch. She criticizes him for working at the company that stole their game, but he believes Free City is just a simple shooting game, while their game was much more complex. Millie believes that Free City was built using their code and wants Keys to help her gather evidence, but he refuses. The next day, Guy is excited to start a different day. Meanwhile, Molotov Girl is sneaking around looking for a secret stash. Guy appears next to her, blowing her cover. With no other option, Molotov Girl teleports out of the location, and Guy follows. She is angry because he ruined her mission and tells him to level up if he wants to be better. She explains that he can level up by robbing stores and killing other players, but Guy refuses to hurt innocent people. Molotov Girl has never heard of such a thing in the game, so she dares Guy to reach at least level 100 by being a good guy. Motivated by this challenge, Guy tries to save NPCs from players, but initially fails. After a few attempts, he finally succeeds in saving a store from being robbed and apprehends a bank robber. His actions soon attract attention in the real world, and he reaches level 102, gaining the ability to defeat other players. While talking to his buddy at the bank, robbers enter again. Everyone hits the floor except for Guy, who tells the robbers that his sunglasses have freed him to make his own choices. To prove it, he takes one of the robbers' sunglasses, instantly disconnecting the player from the game. But Buddy refuses to take sunglasses, so Guy orders the robber to go away. "Who's the NPC now, bitch?" At the office, Keys receives a message from Millie asking for his help. She's at the secret stash location. While Keys secretly assists her in gaining access, Molotov Girl quickly grabs the video she needs, the alarm sounds, and NPCs start shooting at her. Suddenly, Guy bursts in to save her. Just before they leave, more NPCs spawn. As Molotov Girl fights, she kicks Guy out of the way. He is amazed by her fighting skills just before getting kicked himself. He then fights the NPCs and grabs a motorcycle. Molotov Girl jumps on the bike and starts shooting at the NPCs while Guy drives them out of the building. Molotov Girl pulls out a glider and they leave the scene. Keys is relieved that she managed to escape. However, Mouser warns him that their boss, Antoine, is coming. Antoine wants to capitalize on Guy's popularity and instructs them to create a custom Guy skin for Free City 2. One of the employees stresses that they are already behind on importing skins from Free City 1, but Antoine orders them to stop importing and focus on the new skin. In the game, Guy shows Molotov Girl his collection of weapons and vehicles. He explains that he built this collection because he needed a change, having felt stuck for too long. He then takes her out for ice cream, ordering bubblegum flavor, which she says is her favorite. Meanwhile, Keys discovers Guy's code in the game. While walking and talking all night, Guy admits he wants to kiss Molotov Girl, which confuses her as she watches her character kiss Guy. Suddenly, she says someone is at her door and leaves the game. She opens the door to find Keys rushing inside. He is now convinced that their game code was stolen, and that Guy is an NPC who evolved because of her AI engine. Keys also mentions that the barista at the cafe learned to make cappuccino by herself. Millie responds by saying that the first guy she falls for isn't real. Keys reveals that Free City 2 isn't a sequel. Instead, Antoine plans to completely delete Free City 1, along with all evidence of their stolen code. Keys wants to find the original build of life itself inside the game with Guy's help, but Millie thinks it's not wise to tell him the truth. Keys believes Guy will want to save his world. Later, Molotov Girl takes Guy to the multiplayer lounge and tells him that everything is a video game. Everyone in the lounge is a player except for Guy. She explains that his world is about to be deleted, but he doesn't listen. He insists that he is meant to be more and was inspired by meeting her, even though he is not a real person. Guy falls into depression as he walks down the street. He reaches the beach and throws a stone, but it vanishes when it reaches the game's boundary. He then announces to all NPCs that they are all fake people, but he gets run over, and everyone ignores him. Guy meets his buddy and asks him what he would do if he found out he wasn't real. Buddy says it doesn't matter because even if he isn't real, the moments they share are real. This inspires Guy. Guy takes his buddy to the secret location where he was with Molotov Girl before, and threatens the building's owner, Revenjamin Buttons. When Revenjamin meets Guy, he reveals that he's a big fan and offers Guy anything he wants. The player controlling Revenjamin is streaming live on YouTube and tells his fans that Guy wants the clip for his walkthrough of the secret level. Revenjamin gives Guy the clip, but informs him that the glitch he used to enter the level has been fixed, so they can't go in. Later, Guy gives the clip to Molotov Girl. Guy's popularity on the internet leads players to consider a different approach to gaming. As a result, players start watching Guy's videos instead of buying Free City 2. Antoine panics as pre-sales for the game drop significantly. He orders his employees to get rid of Guy, but Keys reveals that Guy is the first self-aware NPC and they can't delete him. So he wants the game to be rebooted, and Guy reverted to his original programming. Meanwhile, Guy and Molotov Girl watch the clip from Revenjamin and see that the game has glitched back to the design of life itself. Guy recognizes the place, but before he can explain, the game gets rebooted. Players all around the world panic as the game goes offline. After some time, Free City reboots, and Guy wakes up, going through his usual routine. Molotov Girl appears before him, but he no longer remembers her. Saddened, Millie logs out. Later, Keys calls Millie to tell her that some of Guy's code remains even after the reboot. Using the trace log, Keys discovers that Guy is a character he created for life itself, destined never to meet his dream girl, who is based on Millie. When Guy met Molotov Girl, it triggered his AI to evolve. Inspired by this revelation, Molotov Girl takes Guy hostage. She gives him sunglasses and tells him about the game and how it will all disappear soon. However, Guy doesn't believe her. To trigger his memory, she kisses him, which brings back his memories. Guy takes Molotov Girl to his apartment and shows her the reflection on the blinds, where they see the design of life itself. Millie realizes that Antoine hid their design past the horizon, but forgot to delete the reflection. To get past the horizon, Millie asks Keys for help. Meanwhile, Guy gathers all the NPCs to prevent Antoine from interfering and tries to inspire them to do things differently, but they initially refuse. Then the barista, tired of only making black coffee, convinces everyone to support Guy. Players around the city are confused as all NPCs disappear. Antoine's assistant finds a clip of Guy's conversation with Reverend Jamin, proving that Millie is cooperating with Guy. Antoine orders Mouser to boot Millie's character out, but her player account is protected. He then orders Mouser to have her character killed, but since all NPCs are no longer following their programming, he can't send them to kill Molotov Girl. Antoine then orders Mouser to turn off respawn and destroy the game, even if it means all players will be permanently killed. Suddenly, Free City starts collapsing, closing in on Guy and Millie. Guy navigates through the city, dodging debris and cars thrown at them, while Keys creates a bridge across the city to help them reach the beach. Antoine orders them to unleash the Dude, a character still in progress. He calls Keys and scolds him for helping Millie find their code. Antoine admits he stole the code from life itself, but only because he predicted the game would fail. Hearing this, Keys activates the bridge to help them cross to the beach. Antoine orders Mouser to boot all the players out of the game. As Millie starts glitching out of the game, she instructs Guy on how to find their build. Meanwhile, Keys starts live streaming to show the world what is happening inside Free City. Suddenly, Guy is punched by the Dude, who beats him, making him lose his sunglasses. Buddy arrives to help, but is thrown aside by the Dude, who continues to beat Guy. Guy retrieves his sunglasses and activates Captain America's shield to deflect the Dude's punches, which even Captain America can't believe. Guy then uses Hulk's fist to punch the Dude, activates a lightsaber and swings it at him. He turns the lightsaber into a unicorn and knocks out the Dude, then transforms it into an anti-gravity gun to throw him. Guy uses a portal to confront the Dude, but the Dude gains the upper hand. Buddy throws Guy his sunglasses back, but Guy puts them on the Dude instead. Confused by everything he sees, the Dude is distracted. Buddy and Guy start crossing the bridge while Antoine goes to the server room to destroy all the data. As he destroys the servers, Free City starts glitching. NPCs run for their lives while Guy and Buddy cross the crumbling bridge, but they get separated. Buddy assures Guy that this was the best day of his life before he disappears. Finally, Guy reaches the end and lands on Life Itself Island. Everyone sees the Life Itself build within Free City, proving that Antoine stole the game. Millie confronts Antoine, who still threatens to destroy the last server, which would delete the entire game. Millie promises to give him all rights and profit in exchange for Free City 1's data. She doesn't care about money or fame. She just wants the world she created back. Days later, the sequel game flops, leading to Antoine's downfall. Meanwhile, Mouser is working with Keys and Millie, who have launched a new game, Free Life. Mouser urges Keys to confess his feelings for Millie. When Keys invites her for coffee, she is too busy with her game. Millie logs into Free Life and meets with Guy, where all the NPCs are living the lives they want. Guy understands that Millie has a real life to live, and is happy here because he can do whatever he wants. He mentions that he's programmed to fall for her, suggesting that someone made that code as a love letter to her, making Millie realize that Keys is in love with her. Millie rushes to the coffee shop to meet with Keys, and they begin a new chapter together. At the same time, Guy and the Dude become friends, but Guy still misses Buddy. Suddenly, Buddy calls him from across the street. The two friends happily reunite, ready to do whatever they want in this free life. And that's where the film ends. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video. Thanks for watching.